And hello visuals, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to some more Fisher Guys movie reviews. I wanted to put my fan on, it's still fucking too hot for me, but I can't talk about Supergirl that's just going to sound, well, it's going to sound horrendous anyway, because we know, shut up now, we know how formulaic my reviews are, especially of comic book related films, and as well, for whatever reason, I've made a coffee, because that's a great idea. Yes, I saw two films over the last couple of days. So obviously Friday night we had Supergirl, but I've just got back from my viewing of Jackass Forever, but I'm going to do obviously two separate reviews. This is for Supergirl, spoiler free. Next week me and Chris will do, well, hopefully me and Chris, if he's, providing he's not stuck at work or anything, we will do a spoiler heavy review for Supergirl. So anyway, visuals, we're going to take a little gander down Supergirl lane. Billy Alcock bringing the Woman of Tomorrow alive inside of the new Supergirl film. He's just making me ramble to fuck. See, speaking of Woman of Tomorrow, I'm fairly confident. Where the fuck am I filming? Where the fuck? And it's and this is I think it's quite a rare thing to happen in comic book movies. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments below. But to be actually based off a specific comic. And try and get it as close to as it possibly can. I know we had like Captain America Civil War, but that was very different to the Civil War that we got. But I'm fairly confident this one is based off Woman of Tomorrow anyway. So let me know in the comments below if I have got that right. Just Christ, the reviews are just moist city. But anyway, we have watched it just the once. I think I might be going a second time over the weekend. I'm not sure. There's wrestling on at 6 o'clock, so the times might clash, and I might have to do like a midweek adventure next week. But anyway, Millie Alcock playing Supergirl. First of all, what a phenomenal job she did. And I only really knew about Millie Alcock after watching House of Dragons season 1, and was it a bit of season 2 that she sort of appeared in a little bit. Absolutely knocked it out of the park. We knew obviously that was coming because we saw her at the end of Superman. And I will quickly say before we get to the end, I'll skip forward to the end. I probably preferred Superman to this. I don't quite know why. I think it's because of how it made me feel all tingly and warm and like the right way to do masculinity and shit. I don't know. And I will say as well, the people there was a couple of people months ago kicking off about this one saying it's too feminine. I don't know what that means. I don't know what Supergirl being too feminine means. I don't get it. I don't understand. And sometimes I hate people. Anyway, so yes, she did an outstanding job. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I thoroughly believed her as our Supergirl, flying around the galaxy doing a bits and bobs. James Gunn, though, quickly, I know you didn't direct throughout this film, but can we let animals being in jeopardy? Can we let that stop now, please? Because I don't like it. We know the outcome; it's obvious, but I don't care. Again, speaking of House of Dragon. My girlfriend's told me everything about that. She's braced me for it. She's ready for it. Which dragon dies, when they die, blah, blah, blah. Watched episode 1 of that, and I crumbled like a little bitch. It was too heavy, because when animals are in danger, Crypto was in danger in Superman, but it was in a lot more jeopardy 100% in this film, and I don't like it. See, the story, this one, it's quite nice, because this one sort of, it's the juggling of what happened to Krypton, how she's kind of dealing with the aftermath of it all still, because obviously it's still quite heavy for her, even though it happened a little while ago, and it's still heavy for Clark and how he dealt with it. And then obviously there was slightly different for him because he had the thing about his parents coming out and saying what they really sent him there for and stuff. But she's obviously turns down a different sort of path of, like drinking and doing all this kind of stuff, and a bit more of a kind of party, kind of drinking her sorrows away type storyline going on. And it was nice to see the two different dynamics. Obviously, Superman is very much fresh in my mind. I watched it a couple of weeks ago just as a, not like a refresher, but just to get us back into the whole super shenanigans going on. But yeah, it was very heavy at times. Not very. It wasn't like Guardians 3 heavy, but there was still some heavy moments. But again, it doesn't take a lot for me to be like. But it was quite emotional, and I really felt for her and this battle that she's going on. Not only like kind of finding herself a little bit, but finding how to deal with her past and shit like that, but how to deal with now overcoming of her dog being. You can sort of spoil that because it's in the trailer and shit. What's happening to her dog and stuff. Crypto. And I feel like Millie Alcock juggled this version of Supergirl extremely well. I thought she absolutely knocked it out of the park. So 10 out of 10 for her. And the other biggest thing I need to quickly jump to is Jason Momoa as Lobo. Now, we all know that Jason Momoa, as in looking like Lobo, you know that was it. It's a match made in heaven. He easily looks the part for Lobo, phenomenal. But was he going to do a great job? Was he going to bring the characters to life? The over the top at times, the edgy, the sometimes ruthless and brutal and silly and goofy character that is Lobo. And did he smash it? 110%. He absolutely crippled it. Why do I keep saying crippled? He flatlined it. He did a great job as Lobo. As well, the side characters as well. We had oh, what the fuck's it? Roofy. The little girlie that we see in the trailers, Ruth. Why the fuck can't I say her name? Who was charming and great, but I did feel like she had a significant enough role to play in this. But I don't know. I kind of felt like I wanted to just sort of. She's. I can't fucking spoil shit. She's dealing with shit as well. I'm trying to get to the end of a problem just as well as Supergirl is, like, you know, helping each other and stuff. And she does have some great moments, but I kind of just wanted to actually come on, actually give me more Supergirl, give me more Lobo team ups. I don't know if it's because them two being such larger than life characters. I was a little like, you're doing great, you're amazing, Supergirl. Come on, I just want to see you. And we had Kayam, the villain of this, who as well, if I remember correctly, is the villain inside of the Woman of Tomorrow comic again. People let me know in the comments below if I'm wrong. Who was a great villain. It was phenomenal as a moment. Is this a spoiler? There's a moment, little bit of a spoiler, where Supergirl, she grabs hold of him. She's flying out, and there's like explosion shit about to happen, blah, blah, blah. She's flying out, she grabs hold of him, and she's just smashing him against the floor and doing rolls and all this kind of shit. And it felt so like, oh my God, fuck, you've just done that because he's such an arsehole. Fuck you for what you did to Crypto and stuff. You're a prick. And it was such great relief to see that. But the side characters and stuff in this, everybody ticked the boxes that they need to do. I'm going to make it sound like a negative, but I am going to do a traditional Dan review and just be like, yeah, it was phenomenal. Because it really was amazing. The biggest tick box that I ticked for Superman was how it just felt like a comic book literally splattered onto the screen and be like, yep, that is just a comic book. And how it made me feel about how superheroes, what they're supposed to represent and who they're supposed to be, and these gods amongst men and women, how they're larger than life characters, but they're still, you know, down to earth and humble and ready to do the little thing and sacrifice themselves and put the body in the line. And it's nice to see the superhero story juggled in different ways, and that's what this was. It was a perfect superhero story, with so much heart and charm and fun at times and great music as well, and emotion, and just a beautiful superhero story where we see our main girl on the screen, Supergirl, standing tall. That's not a spoiler because we know that's going to end. And finally, you know, choosing where she finds herself, or where she belongs in the overall grand scheme of the universe and the planet, and how she fits in and how she can move forward and all this kind of stuff. The relationship as well, we do see a little bit of David Cornsworth, Superman, and them two together. Like when she comes out to Earth and he's trying to say hi and stuff like that. Like there's a cool a couple of fun moments between them two. But yeah, there's not much I can say more about the film apart from that I fucking loved it. Well, it's going to get a massive 10 out of 10 because fucking idiot. And this one has been a little bit mixed. So I've seen a few people sort of mixed on it. I think like IGN give it a 6 and all that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, I can't help it. 10 out of 10. I went for a fun comic book time, and I feel like I left having the funnest of comic book times. So, as one of the lads at work keeps ripping me for, because I think he's been watching the reviews, saying I had a fun time. I had fun with it. He just keeps saying, "Did you have fun with it? Did you?" Yeah, I did have fun with it. Just a predictable, cringy bastard. I'm disgusting, fucking drenched with sweat. But yeah, Supergirl, awesome, loved it, amazing, massively check it out. I'm so happy that last year we got the summer of like Fantastic Four and Superman. Now we're getting the summer of Supergirl and Spider-Man. Just, oh my God, of course Spider-Man's probably going to blow this out of the water because I am a massive biased bastard, but it's Spider-Man. Did I say Superman, Spider-Man there? Spider-Man. But yeah, visuals, I massively recommend it. I massively recommend it. The sweat is just dripping. Shoot off and try and cool down with my lovely little fan. Even it's pathetic. We do have a big, larger fan now, but that's just nice. I can get right close up. But yeah, visual Supergirl, phenomenal, amazing. Millie Alcock, you are a legend. This film set up the rest of the DCU coming forward just amazingly. So I'm proper excited to see what James Gunn and the rest of the team of the DCU come chucking us down the line. Even though we've already had some great Batman announcements, like the animated Batman show, the Caped Crusader season 2 and stuff. Oh my God, fucking great time to be a Batman fan. fan. But anyway, visuals, there we go. Supergirl, massive 10 out of 10. Go check it out. And apart from that, thanks so much for watching. And we'll always keep me and you and keep on keeping on.